Behind the attractive price tag and the glossy marketing, Garmin Echomap has some serious issues that I think you need to know about. Keep watching before you make the critical mistake of wasting hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on a fish finder.
It's fish!
Welcome back to another episode of Fish O'Clock. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the three main issues that I have with the Garmin Echomap fish finders. Now this will apply to both the UHD and the UHD2 series, but I have some more information about the differences between the two later on in the video. So let's get into them. The first and the biggest issue that I have with Garmin's Echomap units are its compatibility with other marine electronics and lack of compatibility with trolling motors. So for example, say you want to add a compatible trolling motor to your boat and you've already purchased an Echomap unit. So in that case, you're locked into purchasing Garmin's force trolling motor, which is $4,000. Granted, I don't know much about that piece of equipment. I've heard good things, but I don't exactly have that kind of money. So for me, I've already purchased the Minn Kota power drive trolling motor, which was about $1,200. Come to find out that the Minn Kota is not compatible with the Garmin Echomap. Now we'll get into issue number two. Software. So I found the software to be overall pretty good. So the Echomap has a very intuitive user interface. It's very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly. You turn it on, it just kind of works, right? There are some advanced settings that you can go into and change, just like some of the other fish finders. But overall, I've been pretty happy with the software, but there's a few major issues and features that either aren't included or that don't work. My first issue is with the sonar recording feature. So Garmin has included a feature called sonar recording. And when you activate it, it allows you to record the sonar on your screen, whether that be down scan, 2D, broadband, or even side scan sonar. So I find this to be an awesome feature, especially if you want to go back later on and review those recordings and just be like, hey, I wonder, I've caught some bass in this spot. Let me go back and review that. So it turns out that there is no way to play back sonar recordings taken on the Garmin Echomap. The problem is that Garmin used to support a piece of software called HomePort. They discontinued that piece of software, therefore it is not available on the market. And if you're lucky enough to either have the file downloaded somewhere, you can try to play sonar recordings via the HomePort application. But what I found, because I do have that software, is that it doesn't work very well at all. It crashes. It's unusable. And I know that there's a number of people in the community that have raised this as an issue, but Garmin does not have any plans to bring this back. There are other fish finders on the market like Humminbird and Lowrance that have this feature. The second main issue that I have with the software is the screen capture. So screen cap is great. It's very easy to do. You just hold down the home button, captures the image, and you have it on the SD card. Well, the problem is there is no mechanism or no feature for reviewing that screenshot from the head unit. So in order to review it, you have to remove the SD card and you have to put it in your computer or some kind of device and view it at a later time. That to me is a huge deal. I don't understand why Garmin didn't include that. I know other fish finders, you can review those screen captures from the head unit, but my knowledge is that neither the UHD or the UHD2 unit can do this. So my last software issue is actually around performance. And I know the UHD2 has resolved some of these issues, but what I find is that sometimes when I switch from sonar to a fishing map view, sometimes it takes a while to pull up that map. Performance can be very frustrating, especially when you drop a waypoint and you try to come back to it, and then it takes 30 seconds to a minute just to load that map so you can see the waypoint. The final issue that I have is around the design. So a lot of people have complained about the head unit not locking securely into the cradle. This can create a number of different issues. First of all, you don't want the head unit flying off of your boat when you're going down the lake, and then you lose a head unit that's $500. The second issue is the dreaded sonar loss message that I see on the FAQ and the chat boards all the time, where people receive a sonar loss message, they call Garmin, they troubleshoot, and then they end up like replacing their transducer, and they're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And then it turns out that the head unit was not fully locked into place, and that was why they were receiving that, was because it was not making a full connection. Now, my understanding is on the new UHD2 unit that they did improve the design of the locking of the head unit to that cradle. So I can't say for sure whether that issue has been resolved, but it certainly has improved. Now, if I've helped you make a purchasing decision, I've included some links below in the video description for some sales that are currently going on for the UHD series, as well as the UHD2 series. If you decide to buy one of these Garmin units, if you click on that link below, my channel will receive some affiliate commission. So that really just helps my channel out, and I would just really appreciate that. That really does help. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful at all, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so you get notified the next videos that I create. And thanks again for watching the video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Tight lines.